Good to go. Ooh.
Can lift the pit box anytime.
Okay, what's strat 1? What's strat 1? We go to plan A. Plan A? What's plan A as? Oh, the plan A is to start the podcast.
Plan A deploy. Welcome to dia.log, the Game Writers podcast. That was a quick one. Off to the races. The timer just ticks down and we are the first in the queue to go out of the pit box. Hey, and welcome to episode 107.
Ooh, 107.
Again, I don't know why I was always waiting if you guys have anything to add.
Nah.
I always wait. Is there a ball being passed here? Will someone take the ball and pass it around?
The tiki-taka tapi apa is those FIFA punya mini games but you keep failing them.
Yeah,
in the ball. Whoops.
You can't tiki-taka if everyone's sticky and not doing the taka.
That's why.
Introducing the panel, we have Danial over there.
Hello.
On the other side is Anan. And I am Amirul Mekronos Ashraf, and welcome again to the Ramadan limited time event. To the Muslims out there, Ramadan Kareem to you and happy fasting and observing the month of Ramadan. Hey, read up, man. One time per year. The best time to grind.
Grind the pala.
Get those numbers go up, man. This is the best time to do so. Bonus points for all.
Yep. Double points at least.
It will never get old.
Oh yeah, this is technically a rate up event, right?
Yeah, limited time.
We did that joke last year. We'll see what will drop later once it all ends. But yeah, it's the month of April, and in the world of video games, oh boy, it's how do I put this? The big AAA games are gone for a while. They are going to hide until the Shadow of Fall comes out, and now it's basically indie month. This is the indie season.
Yeah, like I think until we don't have E3 later, which we will discuss later on. Tapi so now for those AAA enjoyers can like sit around and do nothing or replay Elden Ring for the 50th time or whatever.
Hey, you guys have your live services.
What's that?
Some people might still grind and do whatever that needs to be done in your games as a service. But yeah, but if you're looking for new games, it's all gonna be indies. Like starting this April, like I think I just wrote like around 10 different games, either leaving early access or is releasing at least by the end of April. Plenty of new indies, some familiar names, some we've talked before in the podcast. So yeah, interesting times. Especially if you like the more smaller scale of video games. And size doesn't matter. That doesn't necessarily means better. So I guess that's a setup because I believe okay, I'm not sure about Anan, but at least two of us are all being have indulged in some indie game in some form.
Okay.
And there is also the perfect timing of a certain service arriving at our shore, which we'll talk later.
Yeah.
That certainly helps. So, we're gonna talk about video games?
Let's go. Let's talk about video games.
Let's talk about video games. So, At least let me just start first because I have dabbled in a few titles, but I've like narrowed down at least 2 games that we could at least like ramble about for this time around. Next episode we'll bring another bag of goodies, another bag of indie games. Because hey, apparently we have a lot of them in that new service that just arrived here. Oh. So looking at the docket, which one entices you? It's vaguely written as always, but I think you guys can figure out what the game is. Zelda like
Alright.
Souls or CRPGs and immersives are the same thing.
Cute Fox atau 0451.
Okay, what makes you think CRPG and immersive are the same thing in the first place? Can you explain?
Because I just played this one game. It's called Weird West.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be an immersive sim because it has the co-creators of Dishonored, of Prey 2017 behind them. But instead of a first-person perspective, it's a top-down RPG.
Ooh.
Like...
Oh, wait. It's a cowboy plus magic.
Yeah, it's magical
God.
cowboy.
Oh my god.
Yeehaw!
That sounds amazing.
Hey, I got this rotten tooth and shooting some witches here. I need to clear some bounty from some witches.
I mean, that sounds like how do I say this? Light-hearted hunt showdown, in a sense.
You know what? It kinda is because you know how those sort of like grim western. It has that grim western vibe between Hunt Showdown and Wild West, and also like dabbles in not only the occult but also like maybe a bit of violence here and there, like some weird stuff happening. The first part of the quest that you go to involves you playing as a bounty hunter where your husband has been kidnapped, and apparently he's being, I don't know, apparently it arrives into some sort of a slave trade, and the slave trade involves some people of occult powers wanting to feast on human meat.
Ooh.
So slave trade cannibalism, I guess. You a retired bounty hunter, now have to dig up your old revolver, saddle up, and also bury your son because god damn it, those guys are murder. they killed your only child because reasons. So now you are in a rootin' tootin' adventure where you go from a top perspective local map, and then you go to the edge of the border, and then you load into an overworld map. Yes, like a CRPG. Where you can like click on wherever part of the map, and then you can travel there, and then suddenly it can sometimes random encounters appear. Either you go into combat or you meet some traders. If you are familiar with Fallout, the old Fallouts should ring a lot of bells by now.
Yes.
A lot of bells.
The OG Fallout, the 1 and 2.
Yep.
And I guess Brotherhood of Steel counts as well. But apa? It's not that PlayStation game. Or is it?
And speaking of like CRPG, you can also like recruit people into your party, or not party, your posse.
Your posse.
Your posse. You get you get to grab like 2 person into the you can recruit them. You can find like freelancers around the saloon, grab them, and if they die, well, tough luck. But you can go to a saloon and grab another person. someone there is gonna offer you some help if you need them. And the way it works is also like reminds me a lot of like the Divinity games. Divinity Original Sin, I should mention in particular, because remember how I've mentioned it here about in the podcast before in previous episodes where Divinity Original Sin plays more like an immersive sim rather than a straight out like CRPG, because there's like weird hidden game mechanics that you can totally abuse to your liking. Like the first instance, when I got the control, I get to control my character, right? I grab a lantern, and then because I saw some the murders being happen, right? So the first person I saw that was hanging around the deceased child, I basically I want to antagonize them. I throw the lantern to them. And then apparently, oh no, there's a main character. That's the sheriff of the town. He's like the one who's gonna guide you to the tutorial. And now she's on fire. And now she's running around.
Oh no.
Rolling, trying to stop the fire. She's being damaged. Unfortunately, she didn't die. But from what all the game has been telling me, she can totally die and the game will continue on.
Yes. The true immersive sim.
You can kill everyone. The game will somehow figure out how to get all the quests to work. They have planned for it. So murder away if you want to. And there are like instances where you can be creative with the environment. As I mentioned, that you can use the lantern to spread fire, right? And then there's also like, you can find oil barrels that you can shoot and have them explode, or you can use your use the usual stealth techniques of like throwing some items around to get the enemies to question mark and go investigate some areas before leading them into a trap of more explosions. You can do that. But my favorite bit so far is that the game totally lets you do parkour in terms of, you know how I mentioned about in Deathloop, right? The biggest gripe I have about that game that feels like it doesn't feel like an immersive sim is that you cannot stack boxes.
Yep.
Or you can stack boxes in Weird West.
Ew.
You can stack boxes. And you can like do some level skips. Because I entered this one town, which apparently is being set up where you have to find some person. That some person is in a certain building. But to get into the building, you have to prove yourself by doing the old Western tradition of surviving a duel. It's high noon.
This town ain't big enough for the two of us.
It's high noon.
So apparently there is like an elaborate quest where you have to like ask around people how to get into it, figure out how to get the people around there to like want you to do the duel, and then commit to the duel, and then enter that said building, and then find the contact person that will lead you to the next part of the quest. And you know what? Instead of doing that, I figure out in that building, okay, the ground floor, all of the windows are blocked shut. Fine. The first floor on top, there are like open windows that you can grab. So how do I... Oh yeah, there are barrels around, there are boxes around, stack them around, stack them again, and then poof, jump into the window, yeet myself into the window, and yeah, I've entered the building. Oh no, I've alerted everybody. Okay, that was all for nothing. I have to kill everyone.
The try and true method of oh no. Anyway,
so I start blasting. Oh yeah, it is like it does fulfill all those like immersive sim requirements. And yes, there's also a joke about the 0451. It's there. There have been a mention, but you don't technically have to like have a key code mini game. It's just like, oh, this is a flavor text, you see. So, but they just want to squeeze it out, saying, hey, nudge, wing, we earned this, baby. We're not Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Which is okay, fine. I mean, I appreciate the effort to try to get that reference in, with even though there is no mechanic for set a sad thing. But hey, oh, and you know the one cool thing about Far Cry 2, if you guys remember. Remember
Is
Far
it
Cry 2?
is it the fire?
Okay, fire is also, I've already described before, but fire spreads.
Yeah.
And if it
You-
rains, it will douse all the fire. That's one thing. But I'm about to mention this one thing called about making friends.
Hmm?
Where if you go and help out some NPCs, like maybe save them from free them from the cages because they are in the slave trade, they are being traded around, or like help them survive a deathbed, something like that, right? And if you do that, they'll become friends for life, which happens to be that in case in some near death situation where you are in combat and you are like down to like less than half of your health, and suddenly friend for life appears. You get a rescue from some person that you helped one time ago, and they'll appear to be on your side, help everything, and then once everything's clear, all right, I guess I'll be off now. Go, gone.
I'm not your friends for life anymore. Bye.
I believe it's not one time. I believe I have recruited
Okay.
that it's called friends for life for a reason. It's until they are dead. They are friends for life. But you also like get to have vendettas.
Ooh.
So basically a nemesis system. Like you can go do side quests where basically you do like bounty hunting. You of course, like bounty hunters, you can bring them dead or alive. Should you decide to do the whole bit of getting them alive for whatever reason, which is actually even harder because you have to knock them out, and then you have to tie them up, and then you have to escort them out, like all the hassle, right? And then you put them into the cellar. They will remember that, and if somehow they escape the prison, they'll reappear and have a vendetta with you and wants to kill you on sight. I haven't encountered that, but I have made some enemies with that system. I haven't like gotten that triggered yet. Well, I'm looking forward to what will happen. Imagine a stealth sequence where I have like go through all the area, cleared everything in stealth. Suddenly, your nemesis arrive.
You cannot pick a worst time to this duel.
Now I'm looking forward to if I can continue the vendetta over and over by sparing that person over and over. But we'll see about that. Yeah.
Final boss. Mention final boss of the game. And haha, it's time for our final duel.
Not now, bozo. Yeah, I'm still early into the game. Apparently, you have like you get to play as 5 different characters. The bounty hunter is just one. I've heard that you get to play as a pigman, a person that is being cursed to look like a pig. And if you play as the pigman, you can't go to towns in broad daylight because everybody thinks you're cursed. So now you have to play like Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines as I forgot the Nosferatu, as in you're gonna step around. You're gonna step around. Oh, by the way, I haven't mentioned the combat is like a twin stick shooter.
Ooh.
Since you use guns, right? So it's a twin stick shooter, the way it controls. And I guess you have like abilities, like Dishonored style abilities. There's a bullet time. I think there's a teleport somewhere. Well, yeah, it's here and there. But yeah, by playing Weird West, I have come to that conclusion. Like CRPGs, immersive sims, and I guess twin stick shooters, if you want to stretch it, all can be in an overlapping Venn diagram. And that Venn diagram in the middle is Weird West.
The perfect
It hits the spot.
It's on spot.
It hits different. Yeah, it sounds like a very specific kind of game.
Yeah, like I don't think people that like I don't think like people are gonna go here for the immersive sim because like I think a lot of the immersive sim qualities that we've seen in most games are tied to like the first person perspective, right? But
Yeah.
it can be broader like that because immersive sim isn't like a genre technically, as we've discussed beforehand. But it's definitely like fits into a CRPG experience. Yes, there are level ups. No, yes, no, there are no level ups, but you get to like unlock upgrades, like and skills and very supernatural abilities. Yeah, that's Weird West.
Interesting. Like I also played it as well since it's on Game Pass. Yeah, I have a question. I think there is some variation now between the characters you meet because is your prisoner a lady ataupun a man?
Okay, which prisoner is this?
The prisoner that gives you the 451.
It was for me. It was a man.
Oh, my one's a lady.
Okay.
So that means there is some variation between playthroughs then. Ooh, that's interesting. They didn't even mention that as well. Interesting.
Okay. So yeah, I guess a lot of the NPCs are kind of like randomized in some ways.
Ooh, yeah. So maybe that means don't beat your. In my playthrough, your rival could be my ally. That's cool. That is actually cool.
Interesting.
That's one way to get people talking. Oh yeah. The guy I save, he's not my enemy.
Like plenty of water cooler moments to be sure. So
That's cool.
like there are like there are many ways to like circumnavigate to play your way. I don't think they call it play your way because that's an arcane thing. They want to separate themselves. I think they call it creative problem solving, which is I think much better. You can do creative problem solving. Alright, cool. There's a lot of like weird systems that I haven't like messed around. You have a reputation system. Stuff like I want to discover more this, but I'm taking this at a slower pace because playing this sort of games like really use your mental capacity, and I'm too tired in the morning to play this sort of games for reasons. Because of the limited time event. Yeah, that's weird.
Limited time. So, do you want to talk about your new fox friend?
Zelda like a fox.
I think we played this at. Do we play this for Steam demo?
Yep. No.
Yeah.
Yes. Maybe. I cannot
No,
remember.
I think we played it. Yeah, I think we played it, but we didn't record it.
Yeah. That's probably. Oh yeah. By the way, the game's called Tunic. Yeah. It stars a fox wearing a green tunic. Hence, the references to Zelda. Not Zelda, the character, to Link from The Legend of Zelda. Just to be clear. I don't want to make the same mistakes. But yeah, the interesting thing about Tunic is that the feeling of like playing an import game from a language that you don't understand. Like maybe like me in some people out there, right? They are not from Japan but played The Legend of Zelda, a bootleg copy of The Legend of Zelda in Japanese, and they also somehow bought the game manual, but it's in like it jumbled up pages. That's how I describe playing Tunic. It's like discovering some game that you're not so familiar with, and just like trying to figure out what the hell is going on. But every time you figure it out, you just feel like, oh, Oh, so this is what they did. Oh, this makes sense. Oh, hold on. This mechanism was always there from the start. I just didn't know. God damn it. So there's a lot of stuff like that into it. To backtrack a bit. You play this game. This game is like a top-down isometric view. You have no camera control, and you just like travel through what is like an overworld and also multiple regions. They are all laid out like sort of like a Metroidvania style of level design, where every part is like looping back here and there, and then some paths like tease you into looking at, oh, this cool thing, you will have to go there later, or this cool thing, you're not ready for that yet, but you can try. Goes there, gets one shot, never again. So a lot of
The rite of passage there.
Mhm. So there are like cool things to discover. Oh, because the camera is fixed and the perspective is fixed. Sometimes they be a bit cheeky and hide stuff behind the camera. Like, oh, how come I haven't gone back from this weird tunnel? Oh, secret area. Oh, new chest. Cool. So, pro tip: hug the walls. You'll find like weird stuff there. So at first glance, it feels like The Legend of Zelda or some sort of Legend of Zelda game. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with the games, but let's say around the SNES era. So one of those games. But then somehow they took some pages, they took some notes from Software. In a weird, I'm not sure I'm gonna say weird because it actually complements the game well. Okay, you have a stamina bar. Your attacks are not governed by the stamina, so okay, spam away. But your dodges do. Your dodges consume stamina. And there are invisibility frames. There are iframes. It's written there in the manual. You will know, oh, when the dust appears, that's your iframe triggering. After the dust clears out, when you are like rolling, that will make you get damage if you got hit. And then there are shrines. Shrines that like reset all enemies when you pray at it, but also refills all your bars. And what else? Oh, levels are all like designed with a labyrinth style that always like circle backs into a shortcut. So every time you traverse this far, you'll just go around and open a shortcut, back to the shrine, or you find a new shrine. Similar to, a Souls like. What else? Oh, there is also a hidden level up mechanic. Like, oh, okay. That also uses the shrine. And yes, if you die, you have to respawn at the shrines, and all the enemies are back.
Sort of like.
Very Souls.
So I was about to say that.
Hence, Zelda like a Souls. Like. But yeah, but the most fun about Tunic is like if you are going in blind, you will discover some cool stuff. Like the first time I discovered that particular mechanic that you can level up. You know how I discovered it? There's like apparently you can find like in-game manual pages which is hidden throughout the levels, throughout the world. So you find a page and then you can access the instruction booklet. And then you get to see basically the game's manual. The one twist: most of the words in the manual are in runic language. I believe some people have already transcribed it, so it is actually something that you can understand. But still, think of it like, like playing a game in getting a manual in Japanese language, but only some words are in English text, so you can recognize, oh, that HP, oh, that MP, okay, I know. Then you have to like make guesses like, what does this mechanic do? Oh, it says press A and then 3 seconds. That's the only thing I understand. What does this mean?
What does this mean?
Like, you have to like figure out, like, looking at you have like a lot of like images, you have like screenshots to figure out some of the stuff, right? So that's how I figure out there is a level up mechanic. Like, there is a page there, it shows you HP, MP, and then question mark, and there are like items that I have also stumbled, but I have no idea what to do. And all the pictures over that page shows you the shrine. And then I put 2 and 2 together, figure out some buttons, press, like, try to like create how the screenshot is like showing, and then that's how you level up. Okay. There's going to be a lot of those moments where you will figure out simple stuff, but is very carefully obfuscated for you to discover as some sort of like revelation that will make you like get an epiphany. Yeah, that's Tunic to you. It's fun, but I'm ready for the bosses lah. There are boss fights in Tunic, and that's the only thing that stops me from finishing the game. Because I'm too tired to like figure out the phases, and oh, god damn it, again. You know, like a Souls like. You're gonna be stuck at some bosses. There are ways to like get stronger, but you can't like grind in the same way. But still, there's a lot to like in Tunic. If you have a nostalgia for Zelda and Dark Souls, I guess. I'm not gonna call this a cheap Elden Ring. That's
Nah,
that's a very different game.
Elden Ring.
but I guess this is the closest thing for me to Elden Ring.
Elden Ring for kids. I don't know.
I want to say it's for kids, but there are spiders. I should mention.
Okay.
I should mention that the spider sections fills me with agony. That's all I'm gonna say. But then again, there is a cool way to figure out. You know how enemies in Dark Souls are at first very intimidating, but then once you figure out that one weird trick, it becomes simple. Yeah, those are the spiders in Tunic. You just need one trick. I don't know. For me, between these two games, we'll be hearing them a lot later this year. I very highly rated, but then again, our so far this year has been a gem for indie releases. I mean, Oli World was strong early this year, and now we have Tunic, Weird West. Then I think you've just played Chinatown Detective Agency as well, right?
I did, yeah. Ooh.
Review on Game
Can we count? Yeah, like, can we count Tiny Tina Wonderland as double A or triple A?
And still triple A despite the scale. Cannot.
It will be an interesting, unless. Nah, I'm not gonna play right now, Rock, on launch. So yeah, we already ran out of AAA releases for the time being.
A lot of them are coming in August.
Yeah, that's why. That's a lot. We have one summer to go through.
The only big AAA release this month is Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, or some people call it Lego May Cry right now.
The jungle, oh my god.
I mean, Oh yeah, I think we should just mention a quick bit lah, because we usually cover all the Lego games, right? The past couple
Yeah.
of years. Well, I have to go through the Lego mines. Well, we didn't get to check out Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga, and I'm not planning to check it out as well. But still, I'm glad to see that after all these years, right, or the culmination from like Lego Ninjago, where they start messing around with simple combo systems where you just have one button to it, and now into a full game where you get to do unlimited combos against a dummy, which is basically an invincible child, which you can do sick speedrun strats by skipping parts of the level because of floating, because of doing long strings of infinite combos. So yeah, I'm glad to see it has evolved in that way. Yeah, Lego games are always good. It's just they will release too many too soon. Especially the TT games Lego games.
You thought Call of Duty was too much.
At its worst, it was like 6 months. The gap between Lego games was 6 months. It's a bi-yearly release. They have 2 teams. They crank out 2 games per year. It was crazy. And then everything settles down because they went out to release this game. And it all started with Lego Star Wars, so they have to do it justice, I guess.
Boy, howdy. Okay.
So,
I guess now we can talk about what I've been doing last 2 weeks.
Yeah, sure thing.
Okay, besides playing, reviewing Chinatown Detective Agency, I've been doing what every other PC gamer would do if you have a game that is recently launched ke, ataupun just got on the sale or whatever. That is mod the heck out of the game to the point of it won't start up. To the point where it won't start up according to your liking, ataupun it just refuses to start up at all. So basically, a normal modding scene lah. Yeah, it comes to a point again. Do you know I cannot play Fallout 4 anymore? It is fundamentally broken.
How many layers of mod?
I think like at one point there was like 100.
Good luck troubleshooting 100 mods, turning it off and on again.
That's why. It is like to the point that I reinstalled it just recently. It still cannot play it. But I think I have to delete the INI file and all baru. Then I can get it to work. But oh boy, 100. So recently, during the spring sale by Epic Games, I've bought this one small title that I think people doesn't like. What's the name? Is it Punk of the Cyber? Weird game. Definitely not in someone's top 10 or best game of the year.
I don't know.
Yeah.
This is how many times have you bought this game right now?
Okay, so I actually have this macam like what's it called? I have this macam what's pendirian in English? I forgot already.
Resolve, I don't know.
I think it's wrong. That if you like this game, you can buy up to 3 times.
Oh my god.
So ironically, I have bought Cyberpunk 3 times now.
Mm-hmm.
So
Xbox, yes,
PlayStation, and now on PC because I want to mod this game because modding is life, man.
Yeah, I know.
You're not playing a PC game without modding. And okay, so the first one. So for Cyberpunk, I have put in like because I think like the last time we talked about this, I said that well, it is quite dedicated team kan yang doing the modding for the Cyberpunk game since it is running on a very janky ass engine. And I have discovered how janky it is. So the first time I've modded I think like 2 because the FOV for Cyberpunk is terrible. Like I think is it 70? Yeah, I think it's around 70 FPS or 70 FOV. Which for someone with motion sickness, that's a big no-no.
Oh no.
yeah, I prefer myself like I think I like 80 to 90. That's better. And then I think I've installed like this camera mirror mod. And I forgot to read the fine print that you need like essentially the game's like the modding tool, the source modding tool. I think they call it the red engine tweak to run it. So the first thing I see when I boot out the game, like the camera doesn't work. It didn't move.
Oof. The photo mode. I see.
Yeah, it's stuck. Like, it's no big deal. It's not game breaking, tapi yeah. But I think like the layers of to make this work is it's like it's like it is as janky as the Fallout in the game punya jank. Because you need extender. Basically like what's the word I can use it? Is
I think the Skyrim for Skyrim they have the
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls script extender.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you need basically the script extender. Yes, but instead of script extender, this is the modding tool to run the mods, which is I think it's available publicly, so you can just download it there.
Yeah, standard lah. The foundational tools to run most mods. Like mods are built on top of the other mods that require it.
And I think like senang lah. After you install that, it's easier because immediately there will be like a bar on the start menu, and then there will be like a mod bar where you can do shenanigans with it. Like you can edit your FOV, edit the shadows, edit the weather if you want to make it like always running like in Blade Runner or something like that. But it comes to be the interesting point lah. For the fact that Fallout also is like that as well. You need a script extender to run basic mods. It might be good, it might be bad, you need extended to run that weird ass what's that Fallout mod that was in the worst game of the year? New Frontier, yes, that's it. New Frontier. Tapi Anan, you also have on PC. Have you tried modding the game yet?
The thing is the red engine is kind of finicky, so I don't intend to mod it. That's why. That's also the reason why CD Projekt Red pivot to Unreal Engine 5, I think.
Is it Unreal Engine 5?
For the next game.
Yeah, for the next Witcher.
Yeah, because that's okay. Because Cyberpunk share the same engine with Witcher 3, right?
Yes.
And how to say it, modding is okay, but it's not as extensive like Fallout and Skyrim, the creation engine. The Red engine is kind of finicky, and the fact that CD Projekt even allows modding like magic.
Good luck, like
good luck, man.
Here's the resource. Good luck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even the fact that Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk, the modding tools, even though the developers say, okay, you can mod, but some of the best tools come from community. And even the devs cannot do it that well. Okay.
Yeah, like
They took some time.
yeah, like I think like we talked about it last week. Like The Witcher, they have this very big DLC size mod, quest mod, where they somehow got to use an AI driven voice to voice Gerald. Like that is some dedication, man. Like amazing that they go to ghost lengths to make something, to make, with what is essentially a one team project.
Yeah, the modders for Witcher 3 and Cyberpunk are madmen. These guys are mad. They probably play too much Bloodborne, getting too much insight.
I mean, you can say the same. You can say the same thing about the Bloodborne in your community, ka?
Bloodborne communities are like next level crazy, man.
They have seen too many of the spaghetti pasta of codes. And I cannot turn back. They have to make more mods. I have to make use of the knowledge. Praise be.
Like, recently the PS4 gotten hacked for the latest one, basically 9.0, the last, basically the last version of the PlayStation 4 punya OS, operating system. They have somehow finagled that so that they can run Bloodborne on 60 frames.
Yeah.
And multiplayer with that.
Yeah.
Thanks to the 9.0 per hack. Amazing. Time on 9.0? Yeah, now I can play 60 FPS.
And still no 60 FPS for PS5.
That's so
weird. Dang it.
The Bloodborne, r/Bloodborne has just digged to the spaghetti code, changed some numbers, and they did it all in I think like a week or two. Why can't the devs do that? Just comb through your spaghetti code for 1 week.
I think the answer is clear because you know who developers are, right? One is From Software, busy with Elden Ring, and the other, Japan Studio,
shut down.
Already gone.
So they have to, if they want to do some stuff, they have to like get together some new behind the scenes team to like take a look and maybe get
also the QA. I think the QA part is like the most important. They cannot just push out patch without testing.
Yep. I mean, the technical team within Sony are there. It's just a matter of like, are they gonna deploy it for just to do a Bloodborne patch? Like Bluepoint is standby, or maybe they're doing something. Nexus are standby, but are they gonna do it? You know?
Yeah, it is fitting with with again another reference to another topic we're gonna talk about, which is the PlayStation Plus. I want to call it the PlayStation Plus.
Later. Oh no, you've gone too much insight with the programming now.
Yeah, because Sony is about to start being busy with that.
Oh, don't open that door yet. Let's see what else can we see about the modding of Cyberpunk.
I haven't tried the third-person mod yet. Because one of the the criticism by most fans, most naysayers of the immersive scene punya genre, is that they can't see their character in third person. Because, it is a first-person only game.
Yeah, I mean, the way the story flows is first-person, especially when it comes to seeing Johnny. Like, you cannot do it in, like, third person. I mean, you can, but it's not as immersive as first-person. That's why. creative decision.
Also, good luck with all the combat within indoors.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
I'll,
I've seen, who's that? VTuber. Oh yeah, Hako's base playing it. Oh my god.
There's a reason why they went first person. They designed the world to be viewed in the first person. A lot of the stuff are not designed with a third person perspective, where when you go third person, you have to like make the rooms a bit bigger to accommodate the camera behind.
Mhm.
All
There's
those
also the
tricks.
UI interaction.
Good luck with picking up the small items down there
Oh yeah,
that are meant
your
to be picked up with precision by moving the analog stick or mouse.
I think there's a problem. That's also the problem with again. I want to say that there's a problem with the Fallout 4, but Fallout 4's when your range of picking up stuff is very big on the third person camera for good reason.
I mean, the best thing about Bethesda's version of a third person view is it's just there.
Mhm. Yeah, you just scroll up on PC.
I still don't know if anyone really plays in the third person. Probably there is, but
I mean,
that implementation is just there. The
yeah,
bare
I mean,
minimum.
I use the person when I wear the power armor, and that's it.
So I use the third person to just third person, look around, okay, that's my character. First person again. See it?
See the
Yeah, that's
armor.
it.
Good enough. Let's go.
I mean, I guess fans just wanted that. I mean, if you just included that bit where you get to just view the third person. Yeah, I mean, you can put mirrors around, but mirrors are expensive. Not in price wise. I mean,
Yeah,
performance.
performance. It's basically double rendering.
So
Like
that's
you're
a bad
rendering
idea.
another world. It's a bad idea.
Oh yeah. Like because I'm running the game on DLSS because very good GPU etc. Oh, every time like you can touch, I try this virtual mirror. It tanks the frame rate.
Yeah, because it renders the world another instance.
Yeah, that's the trick about mirrors. You basically render twice. That's why they don't do that.
That's why in Deus Ex, is this Deus Ex? They broke the mirror.
That's why there are no working mirrors.
I mean, like in the first, like in the after you become an android, like a part machine man, Adam Jensen literally destroys the mirror for good reason.
And that's why the solution right now is wanting to go to ray tracing, but I don't think mirrors working with tracing will be around anytime soon. Still early days. Yeah, I'm glad you still have fun with Cyberpunk in whatever state it is right now.
No. What game that is? I'm still thinking until now. Like what Unreal Engine 4 game that is moddable right now? I don't think there is.
I'm drawing blank.
That's why.
Unreal Engine 4 may be blank, but there is a game running with a custom version of an old Unreal Engine 3 that has a lot of mod support.
What game is that?
XCOM. XCOM
Yes.
2.
Yeah.
That has a lot of mods.
Yes, yeah. There is a literal Nexus mod punya site dedicated for XCOM. So yeah.
Yeah, now that I remember that. But nothing about Unreal, about mods that really like pop to my mind.
Yeah. So because I think like no. Oh wait, I now remember. Mass Effect, the remastered trilogy has also mods.
That's Unreal 3, but yeah, okay. Still
Unreal 3,
still counts
but
lah. Still counts.
Yeah, still counts. But not Unreal 4. Because technically that's 3.5. A shiny coat of paint, 3 with a shiny coat of paint. Oh, imagine Starfield. They're still using the creation engine. God bless Bethesda and Todd Howard.
I'm still fascinated with whatever stuff it will be because we have seen nothing. But I believe like enter June or maybe August. I'm not sure when they're gonna do the summer showcase of the Xbox summer showcase. We'll learn everything about the game and then we just wait until release. And
Hey, it's on Game Pass. Yeah, it's on Game Pass, so you won't you won't even spend a penny.
Oh, but you're gonna spend money for mods.
Oh no!
Xbox, no, the PC version that runs in the universe.
Oh yeah,
the
you cannot
Windows
run
app is
WP. Yeah.
not famous for modding capabilities.
Oh no.
No, unless Bethesda wants to have a word with Microsoft. Hello, boss. Apa kata?
Boss.
Mods. Yes, no. Sony didn't want mods that then. You said you want mods. How about no? They're gonna do the Bethesda.net thing. They have done that. They can use that for the PC Windows version.
But the Professor thing is gonna die anyway.
Is it?
It's dying this year. Bethesda.net. The Bethesda launcher.
No, that's the
dying.
launcher. I mean, you know the way they did the custom mods for consoles. By consoles, I mean Xbox mostly. Right.
For the Creation Club?
Yeah, that's the thing. Yep. That's the bit. Creation Club. I think they can still make use of that to get around modding for the Windows version.
Mm-hmm.
They could do that. Yeah, don't worry. We will see how we should put a timer from the Starfield release to the first Thomas the Tank Engine mod or Nexus mods.
No, you can fly Thomas the Engine now. Since it is.
Yeah, I'll get in like the first week.
Your ship will be Thomas the Tank Engine.
That's right.
Yeah, you know the cutscene with the very glorious soundtrack by some composer and being played in the background as well. Like, God damn it, this.
Yeah, I didn't want to and that's being generous. Probably 3 days.
That's we should keep track of that. When's the first Thomas the Tank Engine mod? That's the benchmark of how moddable the game is.
Yeah.
Unless they got a Randy Savage equivalent to appear somewhere as an enemy. Yeah. Except for Dragon is like what, a space alien or something.
Space alien. Whoa. Apa? Imagine there will be a space cat for no reason. Space.
It's not a cat, but it's a space cat.
It's a space cat. It is an orange cat. For no reason than the memes.
That the cue to the news?
Yep, I think that is the cue to the news. So the news and I guess like it is for this news it is purely about game subscriptions. Game subscriptions, you know, your Nintendo Online or your what's that thing? Nvidia GeForce. Ubisoft Plus. And of course, the big two now, Xbox and PlayStation. But I think the PlayStation is getting quite hype. I wonder why. Meck, do you know why?
Why? I'm asking back.
because they have planted a flag. They have gone to Dataran Merdeka, planted the Xbox logo on top of it and saying, okay dah, you can play Game Pass on Malaysia. Then I properly leave.
So, PC Game Pass.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not Xbox Game Pass yet. Xbox is still not available here, but
PC Game Pass.
steps have been made with PC Game Pass coming to not only in Malaysia but also Indonesia, Thailand,
Yeah.
Vietnam. What else? I'm missing. There should be 5
Philippines.
countries. Philippines.
Is it? Let me check.
Hold on. I have this on open. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Indonesia,
Check.
Malaysia,
Indonesia.
Thailand, Vietnam.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 4 countries plus Singapore makes it
Okay.
5 countries in Southeast Asia that is already that will be having it. Currently is in preview, which is to say that we haven't tested the payment version yet, so whoever wants to opt in, you can, but expect some weird stuff happening. Apparently some weird stuff has happened. The fun bit is that the discovery of we got the press release. It says that the current version, the preview version, will charge you 1 ringgit. Yeah, 1 ringgit until the end of the preview. Apparently it's not. It was a mistake. It was 50 cents. 50 sen. 5 kupang.
5 kupang, yeah.
50
You can't
cents
even buy
as a starter.
Yeah, you can't even buy anything at the Pasar Ramadan now. For 50 cents.
That's so much lesser than the Big Mac. That is like you can get even the usual drinks are expensive. We've established that last time. God damn, it is super cheap. You can get candies around the supermarket that cheap anymore. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's super cheap at the start. That's the start.
Maybe you can get like 2 Corpo Leco and that's it with 50 cents.
Okay, yeah.
No, 1 Kopo is 50 cents now.
I mean, Corpo Kaping.
Yeah, Kopo Kaping maybe.
You can get 2 or 3 pieces.
Okay,
That's it.
that one Kopok Leko equals to a library of 100 games on the PC Game Pass right now.
1 month. How long is the preview period?
They have not specified, but if you look at the listings on the app, right, it supposedly will be renewed in May. So
1 month.
and a bit.
1 month is really not bad.
Unless they have plans to like extend the preview program. That so far it seems to be like May will be when it will start proper. When it starts proper, it's not gonna be 50 cents lah. That's the usual, the $1.
4 ringgit then. $1, so it's
Yeah.
4 ringgit then. Not that bad.
But now it monthly will be 15 ringgit. It seems.
Yeah, 50 ringgit still not that bad.
Cheap as hell.
Still cheap, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yo.
Even if you look at it as like 50 ringgit, that's a big jump. Look at the competition over there.
Yeah. If you compare with the other Game Pass rival that we're gonna talk about later, they're on quite cheap juga.
But not as
Yeah. Also, Netflix basic mobile plan, 70 ringgit. So, cheaper than Netflix.
That's established already.
Cheaper than Big Mac set.
Yeah, cheaper than I said.
Yeah.
My god.
You can skip
Starve
one Big
yourself.
Mac to subscribe
yourself.
to Game Pass.
You can play, I think what's the library is all of the Bethesda games, all of the what's it call it?
Xbox Game Studios first party.
Yeah, Apple Game Studios, yeah, basically. So you'll be getting Obsidian, Bethesda, and Undead Labs, etc. semua.
EA Play.
Oh yeah, EA Play as well.
Also, if the Activision Blizzard purchase is okay, we're gonna get Activision games too. Call of Duty and
Call
stuff.
of Duty. Just freaking Call of Duty like that, yeah.
And upcoming releases: Diablo 4, Overwatch 2.
Wow.
There's a lot of that's all the coming stuff, but also what is available, right? I should mention that what is available right now, there is like a bit of a disparity. Some games are not in PC Game Pass here in the region because the games are not available in this region.
Oh my god, they even know they're doing the Sony thing as well.
In ways of, it's not like they didn't want to release the game in this region, but it's matter of, Windows is a thing, we forgot to release it on there for you in this region. I discovered like Back 4 Blood is not available in PC Game Pass because that game is not on the Microsoft Store. Back 4 Blood was one of the big multiplayer titles that we're gonna release
on Game Pass,
Day 1 on Game Pass on PC as well. Then it's not available here right now, at least for now. The other one missing, I remember, is Destiny 2, but
Destiny 2, yeah, don't bother because you're gonna get free anyway.
Destiny 2 is free anyway, but when it was like, if somehow, despite the new corporate overlords, Xbox got Bungie to do another release of, maybe not Witch Queen, the next expansion next year, right? To be on Game Pass. Then we'll be missing out lah, because I don't think Bungie is gonna releasing that game on Windows or this region anytime soon. So yeah, there are like a few missing it, but the indies are there. I've played Tunic with PC Game Pass. I've played Weird West with PC Game Pass. Weird West released while the PC Game Pass preview was just starting out. Chinatown
Talk about timing.
Just released today at the time of recording. Now available and you can play on PC Game Pass. Oh, yeah. If you're looking forward to it's the matter. If you just want a library of games, a backlog of games, a rotating backlog of games, you just want it to have there, so that when you go, okay, bored, what do I want to play today? Okay, grab it somewhere in the Game Pass library, install, and play. It's such a good deal if you are that sort of player where you just want to hop into from game to game.
Yeah, like I've played the second Pillars of Eternity using the Game Pass one, so pretty good deal. And I think literally today they have announced that you can use your DG postpaid punya plan to pay for it as well.
Yeah. Oh really?
Yeah, just include it in your bill.
Oh shoot, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Post it on the site if you know. Post it on the site. Well, we still can. When we are nobody is still posting it.
I think only DG provides the mobile payment for now.
Which is cool lah. It cuts.
Yeah.
It's like basically you deduct your plan straight up. Similar to I forgot that. Because there are a lot of services, mobile.
I think Apple TV does that for Maxis.
Mm-hmm.
So,
also Spotify.
Oh, it's Spotify as well. Yeah, Spotify as well.
Yeah.
But also, you can buy Google Play apps, the premium ones. You can bill to your DG account.
I mean, they're already getting you money anyway. Why not just sum it straight to one source?
Single bill.
Single bill. They'll handle
also give you some rebates too. Occasionally give discounts if you subscribe to DG. So yeah.
Somehow now we're promoting DG instead of Game Pass, but still, the one thing right now, I have like a bit of a grumble. It's a matter of the Xbox app and the Microsoft Store
Oh yeah, the
itself.
Microsoft app is just garbage.
Okay,
Yeah.
those apps are garbage is one thing, but what
The
I'm
UI.
The UI.
you know how you want to update the apps, you have to click it multiple times and pray to whatever you believe in, hoping
Pray
that
to Bill Gates sama, please update this game.
maybe it's updated, maybe it's not. Sometimes it appears they update all, and then sometimes the notification says the the app is already updated, but the thing is still downloaded. Weird stuff is happening. The mobile app is also like that. You can install the Xbox Game Pass app, and it's a mess. It just stuff doesn't download, doesn't appear properly. But you can, but it does work in some way where you can, if you find that game you wanted, you can like download to the PC, and then the PC will download. That part works. My big problem with the Microsoft Store right now is the way it handles regional pricing. If you go and check the prices on the Microsoft Store and compare it to other stores like Steam or like Epic Game Store, Microsoft Store right now does not offer the best deals.
No. Even with the DG thing.
That's the big problem, because you know how the business model of Game Pass is that, okay, you subscribe, but actually we want you to pay for your games, right? For your DLCs and stuff like that, right? So if the fact that they wanted you to get people to, okay, subscribe is one thing, but also like pay more by buying other purchases, the prices doesn't like jive with that vision. Like, I don't think like I'm gonna get what do you call it? What can you buy DLC from now? I wanted to see Forza Horizon 5, but that doesn't have cross save with Steam and Xbox, but still. But let's say okay, if the new expansion for Forza Horizon 5 appears on PC, and I wanted to jump instead of like, I should get it on Steam rather than like buy it through the Xbox app, because Steam's offer cheaper prices.
Boy.
So that's the only thing like is stopping it from being the best thing ever right now. But hey, it's better than nothing. They finally make steps. After long years of teasing, of like, we're gonna commit to Southeast Asia, nothing happens. Now something has happened. I guess that's also our cue to check out the other subscription service that's getting an upgrade.
Oh,
Someone's feeling challenged.
The PS plus Deluxe Pro Max whatever.
PlayStation Plus Alpha.
The plus what the new Stanley Parable kan Ultra Plus Deluxe that is it. The
Oh
PS
my
Plus.
god. The naming.
Now it makes sense, the naming. Yeah, apparently Sony is also like rejigging the PS Plus offering, the normal subscription service. So instead of just one kind of subscription and a separate subscription called PS Now, they are uniting those two under one roof and is offering 3 different tiers of PS Plus. So the 3 tiers are PS Plus Essential, which is essentially the PS Plus service that you
Biasa, yeah.
Online multiplayer, cloud saves, the 2 free games, or maybe 3, or maybe I don't know, a few games that may be good or maybe you hate that comes in monthly.
Hey, don't talk smack about SpongeBob, eh?
Hey, I didn't say. I'm talking about food, legends and outlaws.
Yeah. Like everybody like SpongeBob, and then what the hell is this other game?
Oh no, everybody loves SpongeBob. I mean, that's the better offering. The the next tier is extra, which will provide what they describe as a catalog of up to 400 games that spans PS1, PS2, and PSP as well. What the games are have
that's
yet
the
to
premium.
be specified.
That's the premium one. The PS Plus Extra. The PS Plus Extra is just 400 games playable on PS4, PS5, which includes first-party offering from PlayStation Studios and third-party.
Right.
So essentially, it's if you have a PS5 and you know that PS collection, I think the PS Plus collection where you get like 50 games, yeah, you're getting another 385 more games.
Essentially, PlayStation Game Pass.
Yes, essentially that.
Extra is the Game Pass equivalent.
Yep.
And then you say about premium, like, well, we don't get premium here.
No, we get. I'm checking our website.
Deluxe.
Deluxe, yeah.
Because we don't have PS now.
Yeah, so I was correct then. My naming is correct.
We don't have PS now. We don't have streaming services as in cloud gaming. We don't have that. So instead, they are offering Deluxe, which is again, what was it again?
It's the same. Yeah, it's the thing that you just said, that a catalog of beloved classic games from the PlayStation, the PS1, PS2, and PSP generation.
Yeah, that's the thing I missed out. All right.
Yeah, it's the same thing without game streaming.
Yeah. Oh my god. Imagine how you can. Okay, I have a theory, Kat. Because recently, Atlas has been like showcasing all of their Persona games in intro from 1 to PS. This for this week was PS5. Imagine playing Persona 3 Portable on your PS4 or 5. With it didn't do anything to enhance it. It's just like that, just blown up into 4K.
Oh no!
I mean, it's available. At least it's something.
It's Persona 3, yes, tapi
the one you know and love. We haven't changed anything.
Not a single pixel.
Not a single pixel you change.
Exactly how you remembered.
Or they finally got rights for like Grand Theft Auto, the first 2 Grand Theft Autos, and imagine that blown up. 240, I think it's like 240 by 480 kan dia punya resolution.
That's so gosh.
And then just blown to 4K. Oh my god. Jaggies.
I mean, it's better than a definitive edition.
In GTA 1 and 2 is the better one.
No, but I expected black bars and all that jazz for those old games. Now here's the thing. Like the thing is that I'm not sure if PS Plus offers a better deal because we haven't seen the full library of games yet. We haven't seen the catalog. That's the only gripe. I mean, of course, it's they are operating with a different style in terms of we're not gonna get day one games. We're not gonna get day one first party titles. We're not gonna get God of War Ragnarok day one on PS Plus Extra.
I think they did say there's a game trial, so it will be like the EA Play style. So first 20 hours or whatever.
Yeah, they're gonna do. Likely, it's gonna be, if they're gonna do that, it's gonna be like EA Play style. EA Play doesn't have first day one games.
No.
They just offer trials, but if you want to play day one, you have to pay for EA Play. What is it, Pro?
Yeah, EA Pro. EA Play Pro. That's also another weird ass naming. Oh, can we talk about the pricing then?
Okay, prices. I believe PS Plus doesn't change.
No, Essential doesn't change. It's still $159 per year.
Okay, standard.
The Game Pass equivalent, PS Plus Extra, it's $269 per year.
Or
which I think is it's really expensive, to be honest.
or 40. I mean, if you compare it per month, it's already 44 ringgit. Of course, the 269 have like discounts because they do yearly.
Yeah.
Microsoft doesn't do that. So you have a
No.
flat rate, 50 ringgit. Supposedly 50 ringgit. They haven't confirmed it, but we just
I think
assume there.
I think like the normal Game Pass is like $5, yeah. So 5 times 4 is 20.
So
Regional.
and then regional again, you get the regional discount of 15 lah.
Yeah. Okay, not that bad actually. It's
15 a month? 15 times 12?
180.
How much do you save? But then again, Game Pass offerings is around 100 games.
Yeah, 100
plus,
games.
Minus.
And then rotating.
And it rotates, yeah. It rotates unless the Xbox Studios game, yeah, it rotates.
And PS Plus Extra is offering a bigger catalog. But the problem is we haven't seen the games. Sure, 400 up to 400, but what are them? I mean, they've confirmed some games. Death Stranding, 2018's God of War, Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, Returnal, and Mortal Kombat 11. Like, the newest game is Returnal. For those who own PS5s.
Returnal.
I'm still not sold. I mean, okay, they have like first party titles, but I think I've seen or I've played those games somewhere else already. I may have purchased them or what. So
and it's sure. Also in most of it is on our review list already.
So that's the thing. I mean, if you have, it's a case of, I don't think like this is gonna like get people who haven't subscribed to PS Plus to subscribe to PS Plus. But it's I think a lot of people's consensus about this offering is that Sony wants people who already subscribes to PS Plus to want upgrade. Come on, tambah sikit je.
Okay,
and you get a full Game Pass equivalent.
Yeah, okay, I have a bad theory that I want to talk about. Okay, last month there was a slight controversy with Gran Turismo 7 that we talked about, where they have slashes the price of the rewards to half of what it was to be. Can but now they fixed it, and now everybody is millionaires but just by doing one race experience.
Yep.
But I think Sony did that. Because in his apology post, he said that it is out of his control. I think Sony wanted to make Gran Turismo 7 a part of that 400 games. Hence why they jack down the reward prices so that you want to spend those microtransactions for the cars.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if GT7 made it into the catalog. That game is prime. It's very much like you know how Forza Horizon is very benefiting from Game Pass because not everyone wants to buy a car game.
No, they just want to play.
A lot of people are curious about a car game once in a while. So yeah, GT7 could do that. I wouldn't be surprised if from having it be available in the PS Plus Extra catalog, the player base jumps to quite a considerable amount. And plus, you with this subscription, you get online multiplayer as well. It's not like Game Pass; you have to pay separately on the Xbox.
Yeah.
So that already, like, you can get more player going online. And since the game's already free, technically free, quote unquote, if you are like stuck in a pinch and you want that like Porsche 917 that is only available for a limited time and it's already selling hot, it's almost sold out, and the price might keep getting higher if you didn't grab this good deal in like a few more hours. Why not pay a bit with your credit card?
But for now,
Impulse
it's just,
buy.
lah. It's just speculation. Tapi, like, the reason, like, is this quite shocking that they now, right, made a 100, not a 100% rerun. Basically, it's now everything. I think like every races is now giving out like at least 100k if you drive cleanly. Amazing, oh. So had they like just cover their ears, kan? People like this game's gonna be part of the PS Plus extra.
Speaking of, now I know a good game should be in the PS Plus Extra.
What's that?
Destiny 2 and all of the expansions.
Yes.
Oh,
Is that so? Basically, what Game Pass did then?
Yeah, but now Sony owns them, and now they can just monetize the game via microtransactions only for all the bling bling and cosmetics. They have a cosmetics economy, and from what I've seen, it's actually okay. It's not like too greedy, but if you want to pay up, it's still worth it for what you pay. But instead of like having everyone to like pay up every year for a new expansion, which technically kind of counts like a new subscription, a yearly renewal that you have to pay unless you don't want to play the latest stuff. Have it on PS Plus Extra. Now you got extra players. Easy player base.
Oh yeah, they did want to have a big live service title, kan? Yeah, they already bought it.
Destiny 2 is the prime live service title that Sony owns right now. So if they want to figure out how to get people to like pay them to use the mini buys via a bigger subscription on top, they can do that strategy. I can see that. I can totally see that. But yeah, I think extra would be the sweet spot lah. I think deluxe is just not worth it unless you have they announce like super cool, super nostalgic PS1, PS2, PS3 cannot. PSP games that you cannot buy right now, but now you can, and you can play it on your PS4 or PS5. Then it will be enticing. But for now, better wait for the eventual remake lah. Square Enix is remaking or remastering every of their old games, so Parasite Eve will eventually come.
Oh no!
I wouldn't be surprised next year it will be a Parasite Eve remaster.
Alah, at least do Racing Lagoon first lah, yo.
Okay, Racing Lagoon should be on PS Plus Deluxe.
Yeah.
that is the sort of game that would be like so obscure, but it's not worth to like do a full remaster, but you can sell it back as part of a subscription. That would be one cool way to actually make. So maybe Deluxe would be not appealing to a lot more, to like more mainstream players, but people who have played those games years back. That's how you monetize nostalgia. Like old obscure games. What else aside for Racing Lagoon?
That is a good question. Tapi
like the original Armored Core, yes.
Boleh. I mean, tapi FromSoft is already busy.
Yeah, but they can get some old games that is already laying around, get the license, and then just drop it into the service. At least that's what I thought how it works, unless they have to like do some magical re-engineering and backwards compatibility stuff to get all those games running. Yeah, get all the obscure games. Grab your Silent Hill 1 and Silent Hill 2 on PS Plus Deluxe.
Yeah, finally, Silent Hill 1.
Yeah, those like those gems, like But until we until we see the full catalog, we still don't know how much, how valuable, how is it worth of a subscription or not. We just don't know the games.
Oh, wait, I remember something. Kan. I think I have one more game that is going to be inside the PS Plus extra punya tu. Because Grand Theft, recently Grand Theft Auto Online was free for PS5 users.
Oh, put it there.
No, it ends on June. The thing tu, the giveaway ends on June. So technically, it can be there.
What happens when the GTA Online freebie ends? The GTA Online begins again. But now in the PS Plus Extra, yeah, I can see that.
Boy, howdy.
Yeah, it all determines on what games that they can wrangle back into the service, because price-wise is a bit stingy, is a bit too much unless we see the games.
And so Sony is easy. Just those again, you have a library of SMT and Persona games on the PlayStation 2 and PSP. Might as well just dump them all.
Yeah, PSP. As you mentioned, like Persona 3 Portable, kan, that's in Deluxe. That would be a good Deluxe game.
Like Nocturne as well. Nocturne featuring Dante for Devil May Cry is also on the PlayStation 2. Or you can even give out the PlayStation 4 version. Banyak combo they can do.
It's still up in the air, so to speak. Combo.
Yeah, we have to wait. Yeah, so to speak. We have to wait for June. It's not that far. It's like another 2 months.
And then we'll see how is it. But for now, we can just speculate lah. Because on paper, this doesn't sound too exciting. I mean, why are you excited for what is like more expensive subscription services? Still, it will be more exciting once we learn about the catalog.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm glad that both sides of the coin has subscription services, game subscription services. The idea of owning a backlog, well, not owning, renting a backlog.
Owning a backlog.
Renting a backlog is kind of appealing these days. You don't own them, but you pay a flat subscription rate, so who cares?
Yeah, I mean, for someone like me who like play a lot of games just once, so it's like perfect.
And imagine all those budding players who somehow decided to, I want to get into content creation, but come on, I cannot compete with all those YouTubers and the reviewers who have access to the latest
small streamer.
games.
Yeah.
Now you have a flat rate. The barrier to entry is now a flat rate rather than like having to spend upwards of thousands of ringgit just trying to keep up with the latest releases.
Yeah, like I want to play, let's say, Ghost of Tsushima, tapi it's $200 still. Oh, it's not on the PS Plus.
It's a good way to leverage the whole games we don't own digital games bit. Where we don't even need to own them, we just rent them like this. I think that's a good way to go for now, but there will be like people who wants to own games. So physical stuff should still be available, but at least for those who just there are like a demographic of people like us who just wants to rent a backlog, and that's perfect for our situation. So when's Nintendo's gonna jump the bandwagon?
jump to mereka to Malaysia ke ataupun jump to mereka subscription service?
Okay, subscription service might be a bit too far, but how about maybe how long until we see Nintendo eShop? They're already flirting with expanding their presence here in Southeast Asia.
Wow, they noticed that we also have money.
I think they figure it out. Southeast Asians have money. Maybe not as good enough money, but hey, money nonetheless.
It's still like 2,000, like 1,800 for a Nintendo Switch is still 1,800 for you. Oh boy. So we're going to go to our final topic then?
Yeah.
I don't know if this is good news or bad news, but E3 is cancelled.
E3 is dead. Skull emoji.
Apa? The games, Papa of Gaming, Jeff Keighley smiles at their demise.
I have won. I live, bitch. Summer of gaming rules. Oh god.
I can, though. Like, in the website when THQ Nordic, they're doing their presser. They already announced their presser for the Summer Games event in August. Yeah. Oh god, it's 3 months, isn't it?
They're doing their own thing already. They drew first blood, and they are doing it alone. And they are very confident with having a showcase all to their own. So,
yeah, I mean, senang je. New SpongeBob game. Okay, dah.
So here's the point of the discussion.
New Borderlands. New Borderlands as well.
Nah, that's still a 2K thing. The Borderlands, even though Gearbox is now under Embracer, all of the Borderlands stuff will have to work with 2K, from what we've understand before. So the discussion I want to have is like, now that is there a reason to have like trade shows in the year of 2022?
Hybrid? Can we have hybrid trade shows? Like what Microsoft did for I don't think they did they did in 2020 a hybrid trade show. So why can't we do that?
Like why do we even have to have a physical event these days? That's the question I want to bring up.
Everybody has teams kan sekarang.
I mean, sure, like you need to like go do the actual networking face to face has value, sure, but what's in it for us? Not us as the media, us as the average video game enjoyer.
Average video game enjoyer. I mean, like we don't get hype with hype trailers anymore. We know it's a scam. So what else ada lagi?
You know how the whole bit about E3 being this holy land that every gamer wants to join, wants to like make the pilgrimage to, right? In those days, the prestige was that all the new upcoming games will be showcased there, and
yes,
you have no idea or access to the new information unless at the time, unless you wait for like maybe a couple months later in a magazine, or you'll see them at adverts later on. But even then, you still cannot get the hands on like stuff like that if you are in there. But going in there also like requires certain access. Like you have to be in the press back then. Later on, they started to like open up until like, when was it? Is it 2019 or 2018 where they start like bringing in? Hey, it's now a public event.
2019. Yeah, 2019. It was supposed to start 2019 and 2020 it will be open bigger, but the incident happened.
That's one way to put it. But yeah, even in that way, they are also like late to the party. PAX happen. PAX is like
PAX happen. PAX happen.
PAX happen.
Gamescom as well.
Gamescom did it way earlier as well. Yeah, true. But now, like, what is the appeal of an E3 in the year of our Lord 2022? Like, even like last year, we just felt like E3 and the summer of gaming is just like a redundancy of a redundant. A redundant of redundancy.
I mean, its game itself is a redundancy kan. Electronic Entertainment Expo. Tapi itulah, because Sony is already doing State of Play, Xbox and their trade show, whatever. EA Play is not gonna happen. What is left?
I think like big summer events will be like least. Maybe it's a good thing we have like lesser of those showcases in summer. Remember last year and last year when we have to cover summer? Every day there's a live show. Every day you want to go to some watch party and just see what the announcements are, right? It might be getting too much. Like to the point that some good games have started to like get drowned because of everybody wants to be on that day to reveal their stuff when they should have done it 2 weeks ago when it was a slow news week.
Yeah.
Like for me, if E3 like if E3 is dead and will never be back, I think we can just move on with our lives.
Yeah. Like, okay lah. Like, I still love going to a trade show kan to see this the new games semua. Be it like Gamescom ke ataupun Level Up KL, whatever. Tapi still, like, do we need E3?
Like in these days, preview stuff is also like not that much fun to cover. Especially when things are very early. We just gonna see a trailer.
I think like it's best described with the E3 ni kan. Best described sama Rockstar. GTA 3 they reveal it at E3. GTA 4 they reveal it via the Xbox and GTA 5 just a trailer, and literally GTA 6 via a website or post. That actually, that encapsulates what people are feeling right now. Macam tu je.
There's no need to like put on a pompous show anymore. That's what I feel right now. The lesser the fluff, the better. I mean, I love to see a weird car suddenly appear on the stage, but I think we can all save the money from the expense. It's fine.
Not one, not one, not twice, 3 times.
I think it's fine. We don't need to see a car on stage. I hope like the people who are showcasing their games maybe like if for those who are like pivoting to digital only, right, to do the showcases with just a live stream, maybe like stretch it out a bit, like not putting everything like in summer. Like I think the Future Games show like did a show like last month showcasing like indie stuff, which is cool, and it's also cool to see it off season. So not everything has to be packed in summer. Not everything has to be announced there. Like maybe put some announcements in May. May seems a bit
May is dry
right now. Yeah. Put an event in May. Put an expo.
Maybe when April is kind of dry too. It's like the start of Q2.
Yeah, April being dry, I'm fine right now because we need to decompress.
Yeah, the flurry of stuff on March kind of a lot. May is good. May is a good time.
May we can like ramp it up a bit before, like instead of like summer is like August, right, and then the flurry of fall releases is around October and November. Like, oh, that's just like intense, intense, intense. And then December, nothing again. January, nothing again. Don't know lah. Maybe that's what I feel about E3 right now. Like E3 can go, it's fine. I think we can move on without them.
Yeah. I mean, Jeff Keighley made better E3.
Yeah. Even though it's cringe kan. Tapi
Yeah.
it's better. 10 times better at least. That reminded me of the IGN one. Oh my god, the cringe.
Ooh. An attempt was made. And I have no hard feelings against the people who have to perform the cringe, but still cringe.
Boy, what a way. What a way to end the podcast. Accepting one's death.
Hey, I mean, one way or another, we have to move on. we have to like get through the grief and move on. I mean, I've already went through that phase. That's why I'm feeling all okay. But some people who may be like having to cope, still take your time. It's a normal process for events to not appear, especially these days. But hey, thumbnail.
All right. Thumbnail. 0451 for no reason. Maybe. I guess maybe. Besides my dumb idea, what about your fox friend?
Kepo Fox friend.
No. Instead of the cute fox, you just put an actual fox and then the green cap on him.
Put the actual tunic on the fox.
Yes.
facing an Elden Ring boss. I don't know.
I don't know. We need X Game Pass and the new
PlayStation or Xbox.
How do we put it?
Okay,
Out
PC
of
Game
context.
Pass can, but the logo for Game Pass is replaced with a 50 cent.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, not the rapper, not the rapper.
Lemak.
Nasi lemak. Oh yeah.
Nasi lemak rap.
Versus the PlayStation Plus Plus. As in, we put 2 plus logos there.
PS Plus Plus.
Yeah, we can work something around there. Okay,
Yes,
but
yes, plus.
the Zelda like a fox is like perfect. That's the cherry on top. Okay, social links. Danial.
Alright, so you can follow me on twitter.com that there's FL4KY. My review of this one game that's very good it is Chinatown Detective Agency is now out. And I think I can say it in one sentence. It is wow. So yeah, just check it out on our website. Anan?
You can find me on Twitter, drop near DR4UPN1R, DR4UPN1R. And Chinatown Detective Agency, also available on Xbox Game Pass from day one.
Yeah, betul.
Shout out to the Southeast Asia developers. We can do it. You can do it.
Yeah.
And I am Amirul Mekronos Ashraf, Meckronos. Find me there on Twitter. I have made some written stuff for Tunic. I might do some for Weird West. Not confirmed if I want to commit to a review. Because oh boy, I have a backlog of games. Thanks to PC Game Pass. Starting at 50 cents. and will go to 50 ringgit per month after that. Oh man, that sounds like an advert.
I mean, it's still cheaper than a new game.
Yeah, it's still cheaper than
The
you.
whole year. The whole year.
Hey,
Okay.
I get 3-4 good games already played with just the 50 cents. And I'm not sure if the 50 cent has been cleared by the bank yet because
Technically, is this free? Holy shit.
Yeah, technically.
I haven't seen the 50 cent charge yet. Hey ho!
Even the bank's like, what? 50 cent? This is just some SMS thing dah. Biar. Don't
Yeah.
charge.
Previous program, they've mentioned about the payment system. But yeah, anyway, that's dia.log, the Game Matters podcast for this time around. And
Remember to pass accordingly.
pass
Jangan
appropriate.
terlajak sahur.
Do not do a Kirby.
Do not do a Kirby.
Do not suck all the consumables in one go.
Boy.